What is up, everybody? This is steviebreech coming to you here today. It is a sad day. It's a weird day to be talking about NFL football today. I wanted to make a video talking about the upcoming Week 18 game of the Niners going up against the Arizona Cardinals, which, honestly, if you were to look at this paper, the schedule for this week, it's saying that we were going to be playing against the Cardinals, I would have thought this is like a deciding game for the NFC West. Like, it would have been coming down to this. This was a must-win game. It's still a must-win game because the Niners, as of right now, have the number 2 seed in the NFC playoffs. We were able to pass the Vikings last week, and I don't think we can shoot for the moon, but you still want to win out. You still want to go out on top. But you got to be thinking about what happened in Cincinnati to the Buffalo Bills yesterday. It's weird to see how that is going to be played out. My original thought was they would just play the game today, but the Bills ended up flying home from Cincinnati last night. They had no intentions of staying overnight, no matter what the outcome of that game was. I think that playing, I don't know how. They got to find a way to, I guess, scrap the game and move on, because you don't want to make them play Sunday and then have them come back and play another game before the weekend, because that game's going to decide the number 1 seed of the AFC. So you don't want to make them not have a bye. That doesn't make much sense. And then the team that doesn't get it, you don't want to affect them, having to play basically back-to-back games. It's not like people play on Thursday and then come back and play on Sunday again. It's not a Major League Baseball schedule or an NBA schedule where these guys are playing back-to-back games and things like that. Football, you get time to rest. The shortest time that you would have between games, if you have a Monday game, they make sure that you don't play Thursday. I guess you can play Sunday night and have to come back and play Thursday. But I don't know. I think, the Bills were one of the teams that I was really looking at in the AFC, thinking they had a shot to do it this year. But I don't know. After what they saw, I guess it really only could go 2 ways. But they're either going to sack it up and try to win one for them, or I think that they just might full-on collapse. They're just not in a place to play football. And I think honestly, that's where my heart is right now. I think the Bills were deflated last night. Life and death is bigger than football, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them bounce from the playoffs as fast as they get in them. That's where I would put my money right now. I know it's not the Disney movie of the week story where they win the Super Bowl and say they won one for them, but I just think that this is something that tears down the team. They're not fighting with each other, but they just can't get it together to go out there and play and win one. So the Niners and the Cardinals. I won't say that this is going to be an easy game, because I've seen us go to Arizona and lose games to the backup quarterback before. So I'm not ready to say, because Kyler Murray's not playing in this game because of his ankle injury, that this is an automatic win. I've seen Josh McCown look like a Pro Bowl quarterback against us before. I believe Josh McCown's beat us twice, and I think that there was another quarterback that they had there for a minute that beat us as well. Every single time you think you're going to Arizona to pull out that sneaky win, this guy just comes from behind. The one thing I got to be thinking about is how the Niners play against the rush. I want to see how that defense holds up if we come back. If there's just one game against Oakland where just things worked out, I would love to see how we are going to play against a mobile quarterback, because I think that's been our biggest weakness. The 2 really bad games that we've played, the Broncos game was pretty fucking ugly as well. But, the Falcons game where we lost and the Raiders game that we pulled off in OT, they weren't fun. And I think that was because Stidham and Marcus Mariota were running around in the backfield a lot. But let's see what we can do against this Cardinal thing. I'm really hoping that we can run the football well. I'm thinking that Christian should have a really, really big game. And Debo's going to be coming back, so it'd be nice to see him put some numbers on the board and remind people why he got that big contract in the offseason, where everybody thought that we were just going to be having to give him away for free because he wanted the money and we weren't ready to give it to him. So, hey, let's get out there. Let's have a defensive day. Let's make sure that Nick Bosa puts the exclamation point on his season. That he is the defensive player of the year, and we can see where they're going to put him as a defensive player in the MVP vote. So he's had one hell of a year. That whole defense really has. They've had a few games where they didn't play up to their potential, but I think the stats on paper, man, he's going after Strahan. Hopefully, if he gets to that record, hopefully it's not Brett Favre kneeling over in the pocket and letting Strahan get him for that last sack. He did have to work for all the other ones, but that last one, Favre gave it to him. But that's just the way it is. Niner win this weekend. I'm really hoping for it. I'm pretty confident for it, but Cardinals backup quarterbacks, they honestly scare me.